I used to get the advice all the time of do the project no one wants, right? Because that's a way to get exposure. That's a way to get praise, But, and I thought of that as being a gap filler, right? Wherever there's a gap, I'm your girl. I can launch that product. I can, jump in and fix that team. I can do, plan that event, wherever there's a gap, I'm willing to do it. And I do think that helps. But I was burned out. I wasn't getting the recognition I thought I deserved. I was watching people get promoted beyond me. And so then the shift became, are you filling the right gap? Are you filling the gap that is going to add value to the organization, that highlights your strengths and that you're actually adding value? So, cleaning up after the party is not adding value.
No.
And you might get a pat on the back in the moment of like, oh, thank you for that. No, no one stepped in for that. But long term, are you choosing the right gaps to fill? And that is the difference, I think, between working hard and building long-term relationships and value.
No, I love this. And I'm happy that my 21, 22, and 23-year-old children will be able to get this advice at the
Right?
front of their careers, versus at the end or the middle, which that's when some of us get it. But yeah.
I mean, I can give you an example of that. For example, I was doing a lot of training and coaching for my team and just my group. And it was necessary because it didn't exist. We didn't have a training department. We didn't have coaches. We didn't have anything like that. And so I thought, well, I know how to scale my business. The way to scale it is to make sure we've got consistent process, consistent language, and people are being trained and evaluated in a similar way. What came out of that was people were saying, well, I want to leave my team and work for Keli. And I thought, well, that's a great ego boost at the moment, but does that help the organization? Because I get paid off how the organization does. Like, does that help the broader organization? And that's when I said, okay, well, the right gap to fill right now is to build a global learning and development department. And when I thought of it as the right gap to fill, I was able to acquire team, acquire resources, technology, instead of old Keli would have said, well, I'll take my training and I'll just deliver it to everyone. Like two different approaches. The old way, I would have been burned out working across 6 time zones, trying to deliver to 2,000 people. It would have been great. I would have got a pat on the back for it, but I wouldn't have gotten, the recognition and or impact that building a department and getting the resources to do it. And how that actually impacted my broader career, not just the immediate people I was training.